Today on Seattle Refined, they are burgers and rings that need to go on your bucket list.
I'm gonna actually make onion rings. I can't even believe it. I'm just like, ah.
And we haven't even shown you the 40-pound block of bacon yet. Then we hit the trail on an off-road adventure.
It's pretty amazing that you can take a short drive from Seattle and be at something as impressive as this.
Find out where our roving camera guy is off to this week. Plus, our Refined Reads book club dives into a captivating bestseller.
I'm a high school librarian, and so one of the reasons I love the book is I could hand it to students, and they loved it.
It's an angst-filled teen drama that's not just for kids. Seattle Refined starts now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. You know, when it comes to burger joints, Seattle has a mouth-watering array of choices, but there's one place that people really feel passionate about. We're talking about Red Mill Burgers. Their Phinney Ridge location is packed almost every day, and it's not just the locals who love it. GQ magazine actually named the Double Bacon Deluxe with Cheese one of the 20 hamburgers you must eat before you die. Refined's Malia Karlinski stopped by Red Mill to see if it lives up to the hype.
That block of bacon, the aroma of fresh burgers sizzling on the grill, and kitschy decor that celebrates Seattle's past. All classic signs that you've stepped into one of the city's best-loved restaurants.
There you go.
For almost a quarter of a century, family-owned Red Mill Burgers has served up delicious grub with a side of pride for Seattle.
We're a Seattle institution as far as growing up here, born here, raised here, and everything. That's the original Red Mill right there, and there's another picture up there.
Michael Shepard and his siblings opened this place in '94. But get this, it's actually named after the original Red Mill restaurant, which was located on Capitol Hill from 1937 to '67. His sisters Kathleen and Monica worked there. What is this?
That is a menu we got from a customer from the last night at the original Red Mill in 1967. A hamburger and fries back then in '67 was 55 cents.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Is that what
Yeah.
you guys still charge?
No, we don't. No, we don't charge that. My sister.
It was the heartbreaking deaths of Kathleen and Monica and happy memories of their time working together that led the family to bring back the Red Mill name. In fact, that iconic Red Mill mural featuring two girls picking flowers is a tribute to them.
We all got together and said we should bring it back, 24 years ago, and that's what we did. We've been very blessed.
Blessed with a burger boom, folks love the food here.
I'd probably say the Bacon Deluxe and the Double Bacon and the Verde Burger and the Verde Chicken. Those are all pretty popular.
And that Instagram-worthy Stack O Bacon, which takes 3 hours to fry each day. So this has got to be the best-known pile of bacon in the world.
That's the Red Mill historic 35 to 40 pounds of bacon.
40 pounds of bacon right there.
On a day like today, we're probably get down to pretty much almost empty, but we get a lot of tourists that come in here just to see the bacon. From all over the world, people come in.
Here's another menu item running circles around the rest.
People come from all over to eat the onion rings because they're tasty and very good.
Red Mill let Refined in the kitchen to get the 411 on frying the delicious rings. This is a dream come true for me. I'm going to actually make onion rings. I can't even believe it. I'm just like, ah.
So you just individually just drop them in there.
So you don't just go.
Well, some kids do. That's not the right way. Yeah.
This kid is not a kid.
Yeah, no, just
I'll do
one
it
at a
time. Put them all in the same one.
Exactly.
These are so thick.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is going to be crispy, delicious goodness when it's over.
It's about 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
But we have to flip them though with the tongs.
Are you looking for the perfect caramel color here?
Exactly.
Man, it smells so good.
Those look like they're pretty good. Pull it up and then hook it there.
put 'em in?
Put them in. Yeah. There, perfect.
Whatever your fave, one thing's for sure, Red Mill has the winning recipe for success.
This is the blue cheese and
Okay.
bacon. That's the Verde Burger, and this one here is the Bacon Deluxe.
Ooh. I think I'm going to have to go all the way in and go blue cheese and bacon.
Okay.
Okay.
Let her go.
So this is low calorie, right?
Just today.
Okay, here I go. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so delicious.
Yeah.
I love the blue cheese. You know I love the bacon. Malia Karlinski, Seattle Refined.
If you're craving more delicious picks from Red Mill, you'll want to check out the tasty photo gallery at seattlerefined.com. As much as people love a good burger, it tastes a lot better when it's free. That's why you should head to Tacoma this weekend. The popular chain, the Habit Burger Grill, is having free burger days on Saturday and Sunday at its new and first location in Pierce County. The first 200 guests will get a burger, fries, and a drink. Not too bad. The Habit Grill in Tacoma officially opens to the public on Valentine's Day. When it comes to burgers, no one can make them look tastier than refined photographer Cy Bean. He makes everything from food to festivals look amazing. That's why we are tagging along on his adventures all year long thanks to our sponsor, Western Washington Toyota Dealers. So let's go places and see where he's headed next.
I love being a photojournalist here in Seattle because it allows me to capture the stunning moments and beauty around us, and those are things that I get to take home with me after every day.
Seattle refined photojournalist Cy Bean is willing to go anywhere to get the perfect shot. But one of the best parts about living in Seattle is that you don't have to travel hundreds of miles. Sometimes the stunning beauty of the Northwest is just a short drive away.
This hike is fairly accessible for most people in Seattle. It's nice to have an all-terrain vehicle to get up to the trailhead, of course.
Franklin Falls is 45 minutes outside the city, but it's a little off the beaten path. The perfect trip for the 2018 Toyota RAV4 Adventure Grade, the newest addition to the RAV4 family. With its roomy interior and foldable second row, Cy had no problem packing all his gear. And the powerful four-cylinder engine smoothly transitioned from the freeway to the back roads. The only thing the RAV4 couldn't handle? A locked gate.
Just looks like we got to do it on foot.
What's that they say about the best laid plans? Yeah, sometimes they go awry.
It's a little bit snowy right now, but we'll see what we get.
Cy's short nature walk to the falls turned into a full-fledged hike. And with several inches of snow on the ground, it's one he would have been better off tackling in snowshoes. But Cy is not easily deterred. He trekked across bridges, over boulders, down ice-covered hills, and then, as if out of nowhere, the falls appeared.
The trail was a little bit icy, but I'm sure happy to be here. It's pretty amazing that you can take a short drive from Seattle and be at something as impressive as this.
Cy wasn't the only one drawn to the roaring water. This guy brought two of his friends to the falls for their first ever winter hike.
Oh, well, today the falls are roaring because of all the snow melts, and then sometimes you get these giant icicles. You get to see a lot of the different moods as the trails get colder or warmer or anything like that, so you're not going to see the same thing twice if you keep coming out here repeatedly.
Like so many trails near Seattle, Franklin Falls is ever-changing. The scenery morphing with the seasons.
Get out as often as you can. The more you get to know it, the more you get to love it, the more you want to protect it.
After taking dozens of photos, Cy headed back down the trail. Luckily, he had the RAV4 waiting for him, and the heated front row seats were the perfect way to warm up after another adventure. Sure, not everything went according to plan, but ultimately, it was worth it. To check out Cy's Franklin Falls photo gallery, head to our website. And if you want to learn more about the RAV4 or any model of Toyota, head to your Western Washington Toyota dealers or visit their website, buyatoyota.com. You don't have to leave Seattle to be one with nature. This weekend, the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival will take over the Washington State Convention Center. It's truly a gardener's paradise with exhibits, seminars, and a marketplace. For ticket info, head to gardenshow.com. Save the date. The So Northwest Women's Show is coming to the Tacoma Dome February 24th and 25th, and it's going to be amazing. To celebrate the 30th anniversary of the show, Como is proud to help showcase the best of Northwest living through fashion, food, and entertainment. Special guests this year include General Hospital's Michelle Stafford, and from Dancing with the Stars, Karina Smirnoff and Tony Dovolani. For more information or to buy your tickets now, log on to nwwomenshow.com. Seattle Refined is just getting started.
Well, they were just kids, and they did an incredible job. They saved the world from Hitler.
We take a flight back in time as we tip our hat to the greatest generation. And speaking of the Wayback Machine,
give me like one or two words that described you in high school. Mine was emotional.
Our Refined Book Club weighs into a story that will take you back to your teen years. Welcome back to Refine. I'm Garth Swanson. I cannot believe it's been more than a year since we started Refine Reads. Our book club keeps getting bigger and better thanks to our sponsor, University Bookstore. And this month really set the bar high because everyone had something to say about our latest pick. Author John Green is known for creating captivating characters in his best-selling books, including Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns, and the teen tearjerker, The Fault in Our Stars.
I am in love with you, Hazel Grace.
But in his new novel, Turtles All the Way Down, art imitates life, specifically Green's own. The story centers on 16-year-old Asa Holmes, a high school student struggling with mental illness, and as the author recently revealed on his vlog, he shares the same challenge.
So I have obsessive compulsive disorder, but for me, these obsessive thought spirals happen all the time, and they can take over for days or weeks or months.
In addition to the OCD, there's a lot happening in this book, including romance and a mystery. We turn back the clock to high school to get our Refine Reads members into that tortured teenage frame of mind.
And before we jump too deep into it, this book centers around high school. Like, give me like 1 or 2 words that describe you in high school. Mine was emotional, because I was very angsty. How about you, Terry?
Too brainy, geeky, and a nerd.
Okay, how about you, Tuesday?
I was definitely feisty. I thought everything was a fight.
Let's talk about Asia, who is the main character.
I thought Asia was so, in her head, suffering from a real condition, but it was hard to, get in her backpack and ride through high school. It really was.
She was a hard character. She's going through, crippling OCD, anxiety of all sorts. We're in her head so much of the book, and it's painful. The finger. Can we talk about the finger?
Oh God, the finger.
Yeah, that was bad. The cut on her finger that she would continually reopen. That was disturbing on a whole other level.
Part of that reason was everything that is going on in her head. If everything wasn't going on in her head, she would, I don't think, would have done that.
Our group also had strong feelings about the character of Davis, Asa's teen love interest.
I think another thing that hit on me with her and Davis's relationship especially, talk about young love that's tough. I mean, like, it's on any given day, it's hard to be in a relationship in middle and high school.
Well, I thought it was a little far-flung that he could be this deep, but it was hidden, and he was a shadowy, mysterious, romantic man, and I was like, okay, let's fall in love, Fault in Our Stars, I'm ready,
Switch up.
But she kept having to shut him down, and you don't understand, and he was just textbook, I will be supportive, anything you need, but it wasn't realistic to me.
A couple people here who liked the book, a couple people who didn't like the book. So let's start with the people who liked the book.
I liked it because the mental health aspect in looking at what that looks like and how it feels, it really grasped and was able to describe it. I think it gives a real life perspective of how it is.
Tuesday, how about you? You also liked it.
I also liked the book. I'm a high school librarian, and so one of the reasons I love the book is I could hand it to students and they loved it. And I think anytime you put a book in a student's hands that is about mental health and treats it with dignity, I think the more we talk about it as a society, the better we all will be.
But I was the I don't really like this book girl
because you wanted more.
I wanted more. Is he trying to give a window into mental illness and wrap it up? Or is he trying to write a follow-up to a book everybody really loved? So I think that's where he just missed the mark for me.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming to Refined Reads. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy February.
Happy February.
If you want to be part of our next Refined Reads, email us at hello@seattlerefine.com. If you missed out on our latest book club gathering, no worries, we have a great event tonight. But a warning, it's less reading and a little more risque. SeattleRefined.com is co-hosting a Valentine's Day pre-funk at Lovers in Tukwila tonight. There'll be free gifts, complimentary drinks, and experts on hand to offer all sorts of tips to help you prep for a fun Valentine's Day. The first 200 guests will get a special goodie bag. For more info, log on to our website. Coming up on Refined, everything you wanted to know about Botox but were afraid to ask. Plus, a thrilling tribute to a piece of flying history. Here Here at Seattle Refined, we never get tired of hearing from you. Like us on Facebook, tweet us your story ideas, or shoot us an email telling us what you want to see on the show. You can find our inbox at hello@seattlerefined.com. Welcome back to the show. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, if you know anything about Refined, you know that our John Pruntis loves two things: to eat and to really go fast. So when he asked us if he could go flying in an old World War II bomber, we didn't even know what the story was about. We just said go for it, and he did.
Nowadays, lots of people get upset when their phone won't connect to Wi-Fi, a cup of coffee isn't made exactly how they want it, or heaven forbid, a tourist blocks the crosswalk with their car. More than 70 years ago, World War II. Young men fresh out of high school were called upon to fight incredible evil on land, sea, and air. Some of those brave young men flew planes like these: B-24 and B-25 bombers, P-51 Mustangs, and the B-17 Flying Fortress.
So they were just kids, and they did an incredible job. They saved the world from Hitler, which was quite a task. They risked their lives. They didn't come back in huge numbers.
Today, these rare birds are maintained by the Collings Foundation Wings of Freedom Project, a traveling museum, touching down recently at Seattle's Museum of Flight, teaching the public about the heroic actions of World War II vets. Ty Ramey says he's been flying vintage warplanes for about 30 years.
This is a North American B-25 Mitchell bomber.
How do you keep them going?
Constant attention, tweaking on them, fixing them in between flights and things, and a good maintenance program. And what really keeps them going is the support of the people coming out here to crawl through them and go up on flights.
What is it like to fly in one of these things? Time to find out. The engines roared to life. The hula girl on the dash started dancing. It was time. Then it wasn't. Air traffic control told us to wait. Too much traffic. This B-25 is more than 70 years old. What's another 30 minutes? But sitting there on the tarmac, I couldn't help but think about how scary it would have been to sit in this seat, waiting to fly into combat. Fighter pilots, bomber crewmen, or paratroopers in a C-47 listening to engines like these, feeling the rumble, breathing the same oil-soaked air, waiting to fly into an uncertain future. Their missions were heroic. Our mission was simple: enjoy the breathtaking views. After a quick lap around downtown Seattle, it was time to land, and the hula girl jiggled with delight. She had been shaking for about an hour straight. I'd be tired and ready to land too. Seeing these historic craft in action, up close and personal, is something I'll never forget. Exactly what the Wings of Freedom Tour is all about.
How important is it to keep these kind of things alive?
It's amazingly important. I mean, it's dedicated to those of our greatest generation who sadly are passing away at an alarming rate. It's a great tribute to the veterans from World War II.
John Pruntis, Seattle Refined.
Whoa, that hula girl has some moves. If you'd like to learn more about these vintage aircraft, like where and when you can catch a flight, visit our website. We'll be right back, but first, this refined, shareable moment. Welcome back to Seattle Refined. I don't know a lot about hair and makeup, but thanks to a new list on SeattleRefined.com, I know who you should turn to. Refined contributor Kate Knighty is letting the cat out of the bag when it comes to her personal glam squad. From cuts to color to cosmetics and more, she's sharing some of her favorite go-to gals. To find out who they are, log on to the site. Kate's also got the 411 on preventing wrinkles in her article, A Beginner's Guide to Botox. If you're thinking about going under the needle, but not sure it's for you or if it's even safe, this is the article you need to read. All right, that's going to do for today's show. I'm Gard Swanson. Thanks for joining us on Seattle Refined. We'll see you next time right back here.